Hey guys, it's me once again. After I was taking a break for a few months. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I noticed the pretty alright success of my Mario movie video, and that just made me think, nah, screw it, let's just do more Mario. And what better Mario franchise to discuss than... Yep, Mario Party. Who doesn't like playing competitive mini games with your favorite characters to become the superstar? Well, Metacritic doesn't like it. To be fair, they don't really like anything. That's besides the point. While the minigames are usually one of the most popular factors of Mario Party, the boards don't seem to get discussed as much, and that's kind of a shame. So, I figured, hey, why not just go game by game, ranking every single board from worst to best. I'm going to do every Mario Party from 1 to 10, DS and Super. Maybe the handhelds, or not. I don't know, it depends if you guys like these. I'm also not really going to be making Super into its own video, considering those are just remakes. However, I will discuss the remakes of these boards once we get to the originals. The reason I might be doing this is because each and every Mario Party has their own specific rule set and gimmicks, so probably ranking them each individually based on their games might just be the best decision, as opposed to cluttering them up and making everything just kind of a weird mess. And where better to start than with Mario Party 1. Yeah, this game isn't great. In fact, it kinda sucks. Yeah, this is easily the weakest classic game for one massive factor: no items. And no items means no fun, because that means you're just stuck on the stupid layout of the board, rolling the dice and praying you get something good. It's both boring and infuriating, and it's the one I was dreading the most, especially to unlock Eternal Star, because I never played that board. In fact, I didn't play any of them. This was literally my first time, and I didn't really have any fun with it. The boards range from good to bad, but let's just see how they play out in the ranking. Did anyone see this coming? Wario's Battle Canyon is nothing but pain and misery. I mean, let's just get the positives out of the way. Visually, it looks kinda neat with these weird looking planes in the background. It's some kind of like toy looking military zone, which is neat, and I like this big Wario head in the middle, but other than that, and also the music being really good, this board is just torture, especially without items. You see, the whole gimmick of this board is that there's 5 separate islands, and you traverse these islands using these cannons when you run into these bombs, and you do not have the option to do that. You have to go in. Now, this will not be the worst thing in the world, except that the place you land is completely random. So that means you are probably gonna pass the star and have to go to the bomb, and then you're gonna have to go through other islands just to get back to that star, but it's not gonna matter because someone else is probably gonna take it anyway because they landed right in front of the star space with the right amount of coins. Ugh. And it just gets worse with the happening space whenever the cannons change to send you to the opposite island. So that theoretically means you could get stuck on these 2 islands for so long. And I've had this happen and it is not fun. You're barely going to be on the top 2 islands. Oh, and you want to know how to get to the middle island? You have to talk to Shy Guy, and that is the Bowser Island, and the star is going to land there. Unless the star is there, who's going to do that? This board is just flawed in nearly every single aspect, and that's funny because there's very few aspects to this board. Other than the presentation, it is torture. I guess it could be fun with friends, but otherwise, don't be that person who picks it. Everyone will hate you.
The sun is not a planet, Junior, it's a star!
Well, the sun is a planet, Cody!
Okay, I honestly just have a personal hatred for this board. So, for those who don't know, to get the final board of the game, that being Eternal Star, you have to grind 100 stars. This would be tedious enough, but here's a cheap strategy. Just play the game normally, then set all the CPUs to players, unless you don't have 4 controllers, then yeah, you're screwed. And then you can just automatically get it. It took me so long, even with 4 players, to get this stupid board. And was it worth it? No. If it was, why would it be the second worst board in the game? You guys were right. Eternal Star sucks. Why didn't I listen to you? Okay, so, yeah, this is easily just one of the worst final boards in Mario Party history. Mainly just because, look at this layout. This does not look fun, especially with the game without items. Oh, well, let me just talk about the gimmick. You see, Koopa Kid replaces Toad, and then he sends 7 other Koopa Kids who each have a star, and you have to beat them in a dice roll to get their star, even if it is heavily in your favor. This is actually not the worst part of the board, considering I rarely see Koopa Kid ever win. Mainly because he barely even seems to get above an 8. The problem... it's just the layout. It's confusing and you are never gonna get all 7 stars, especially in a 20-turn game. And it just gets worse with these stupid happening spaces that just send all of the players back to the start. Your progress means nothing if there is that one stupid person that lands on the happening space. And it gets even worse if you accidentally encounter Bowser with this teleporter. I'm not sure if it changes, I only played it once, but I don't care because when you encounter him, he automatically just takes a star away from you, which is what caused me the game, and then I lost. Who is gonna use this teleporter if you don't have the knowledge that it takes you to Bowser? Just, this board is confusing, boring, infuriating. The only plus is that it looks cool, and I don't know, it's easy to get stars, but that's not saying much.
Yo! Do you like adventure? Activity? Wonder? Danger? Horror? Pain? Suffering? Pain? Death? Disease? Death? Angel food cake? Ow! You parasite!
You know, after buying Mario Party Superstars and then getting the Peach's birthday cake board a try, I ended up really enjoying it. Same can't be said for the original. Yeah, you really just gain more respect for this remake when you realize that the original board is kind of bad. You see, what you have to do is get to this point where the star space will never move, and you just go in this really simple layout, which is why it's above the other two, but it gets worse. You see, unlike the remake, which I'm assuming most of you have played, the seed segment is in front of the star as opposed to behind it. And for those who don't know, the seed segment, you have to pay 10 coins for, pick a seed, and pray it either takes you to Toad, or if it takes you to Bowser. And even if the Bowser seed is selected, the seeds never reset, so that means there's no tension. And not even the remake managed to fix this. But that is bad, but it's not the worst thing in the world. If anything, it could be considered good, but then, once you pass Bowser, you have to do the seed segment again. And if everyone passed it, that could theoretically mean you have to go to Bowser again. So you're just stuck in this infinite loop of going to Bowser, but to be fair, all 7 planets will have to align for you to be able to do that. But then it just gets a little bit worse with these stupid piranha plants. You see, there's these happening spaces, and if you don't have 30 coins, nothing happens. Yeah, unlike the remake, you're not given the option to just take coins. So, yeah. But if you do have 30, this Goomba right here will plant a piranha plant for you, and when someone lands on the happening space with the piranha plant, they lose a star, and the person who owns that piranha plant gets it. It's an annoying gimmick towards the end of the game, because at this point, most people are gonna have 30 coins, so it is nothing but just pure chaos. Ugh. Okay, we're out of D. Let's move on to the 1C tier board, the most mid board of ever. Oh, banana. DK's Jungle Adventure is one of the boards of all time. I don't have any personal hatred for this board, yet I don't love it. It's fine, it doesn't really punish you, it's the tutorial board. There's these thwomps here, but they don't do much other than just block your way, and you pay them to get through. It's kinda got this annoying gimmick with the boulder, and it gets even more annoying when the star is right on that segment. But I guess the good news is Boo and Bowser are out of the way, so there's not gonna be much star stealing or you getting screwed over, but I don't know, it's just fine. Okay, now we're heading on to the B tiers, the ones that are good.
Hello! It's me, Super Mario on the PS4! Woohoo!
Mario's Rainbow Castle is kinda decent. I mean, it's got some stupid stuff, but it's got some alright stuff. So, the whole path is a linear board. Now, most people might think this is stupid and lacks strategy. I beg to differ, mainly because there's no items, so I actually think that it's more fun this way. And if you land on a happening space, Toad and Bowser will switch places, and depending on whoever is in front of the tower, when you land on this cloud right here, if it's Toad, you get 1 star, but if it's Bowser, he takes away 40 coins by giving you a Z star. Once you're done with that, you go back to the beginning and repeat the process. It's just good. It's decent. And one aspect I think I do like is the fact that Boo is out of the way, yet he's not really impossible to get. So if you're having trouble getting stars, you could just win more mini games and then just take a star from a random character. Now, I do think the luck-based aspect is a little bit too much, but I don't know, just considering the lack of items, I don't think it's gonna be that chaotic. It's a perfectly good board.
Nice of the princess to invite us over for a picnic, eh, Luigi? I hope she made lots of spaghetti. Luigi, look! It's from Bowser.
You know, for Bowser's very first board, it's honestly not that bad. Bowser's Magma Mountain is kind of a decent board. Again, it's a linear board, which, again, suits this game due to the lack of items, but there's still other ways to traverse it, like this roulette system right here, which you can either go further on the board by taking a shortcut, or you just keep going down the main path. Now, this would be infuriating, because you would think that having to get a star on the roulette would mean that that's the only place to get a star, but it's actually not in one place, so you could technically just keep going without the roulette just to get the star. And I know everyone hates the fact that when you land on a happening space, every space turns red, but I never really found it that annoying because red spaces for until the last 5 turns only take 3 coins, so theoretically you can only lose 6 coins because after 2 turns it just turns back to normal. You don't have to land on the happening space again, and when you do, nothing happens. Now, the reason it's not any higher is because of this stupid roulette right here, which either takes you to Boo or Bowser. Now, if it's a star, it takes you to Boo, you just talk to Boo and that's it. But if it's Bowser, you have to go right next to him, and when you do, he spins a roulette whether he either takes 20 coins or a star. Now, thankfully, it's not really gonna be a high possibility that you're gonna land on the Bowser thing on the roulette, because that rarely ever seems to happen. In fact, most times it's just a star. I think I've only seen Bowser get the roulette like twice on my first playthrough, but yeah, it's fine. Alright, now we're heading on to the A tiers, the boards that are actually kinda good, like they're really good. Okay, I know I might come off as a little bit of a hypocrite for saying this, especially with the Peach's birthday cake segment, but Yoshi's Tropical Island Original is not that bad. Yes, I know I said that without items, this board can get annoying. But honestly, it really doesn't. Now, the gimmick sounds horrible. You see, whenever you land on these happening spaces, Toad and Bowser, who are already on these sides, will switch every single time, and vice versa. But honestly, there's just very few happening spaces for that to happen, and even then, Boo is on one side and Koopa's on the other side, so you're still benefited even if you do get towards Bowser. And, I don't know, it's got these womps here, and it's really not that annoying. I managed to get 5 stars here in a 20-turn game. Let that sink in. Now anyways, we've reached it. The absolute best board in Mario Party 1. and it is still an A tier. Luigi's Engine Room is easily my favorite board in Mario Party 1, mainly just cause it's simple. It has a simple gimmick, Bowser's out of the way, the board is not too huge, and it works for a game without items. It looks cool, I like the music, and yeah, Bowser is just not that annoying here. Yeah, you can run into him, but it's funny just to see him take like 20 coins and then give you one. That's funny. And the only real flaw I have with this board is that every single pipe that you run into leads to Boo. So expect a lot of star and coin stealing. But if you can get past that, yeah, this board is alright. And it actually also wins because of airship bias. But Kamikaze, this board's not an airship. Well, that's where you're wrong. Because in the ending cutscene, it shows that the engine room is inside an airship, which is flying in the sky. Is this the prequel to Mario's Rainbow Castle? Wouldn't be surprised, honestly. But anyways, Luigi's Engine Room is Mario Party 1's crowning achievement. And yeah, that's my ranking of the Mario Party 1 boards. Most of them are not great, but hey, I hope you like this video. Yes, I will be doing this for every other game in the series, like I previously stated. But until then, see you next time.